Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Wednesday, the 12th of May. Usual stuff at the brief, what we can do on the airfield and local airspace. So, what do I think the weather's going to do today? Chart looks like a bunch of monkeys have been let loose with some crayons around us, and this sort of what was a few days ago a proper low pressure system out in the Atlantic is just sort of fizzled away, but it's surrounded by these sort of weak trough stroke frontal lines. So my gut feeling is anything could happen today, looking at this. And it is slow moving because this little developing low out here in the Atlantic, there's a very, very weak jet stream running across there, is not expected to get to us until Saturday. So that's how slow moving the sort of weather systems are at the moment. Winds today, well, it's circulation like this, and you can see there's not sort of tight spacing of isobars, so there's a southerly, southwesterly drift to things. And the TAF's suggesting that, so between 7 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, 200 degrees, 10 knots. And the rest of the forecast, 10k viz, the viz is probably similar to yesterday, pretty good. Few at 2.5, 30% prob tempo between sort of 10 and 4 o'clock this afternoon, 7,000 meters showers and rain. And you'll see in a minute where that's likely to develop. Gatwick gives a slightly longer forecast and it shows rain arriving properly late this evening. You can see there from sometime after 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, it's 8,000 meters rain for the night time. Upper winds, you saw that sort of kink in the isobars. I think southerly, it says 120 there, 200 further north of us. So whatever the windsock's saying, really. Looking out there, it's sort of southerly, southwesterly at the moment. I think it'll stay there for most of the day. End of the day into the evening, possibly swinging around southeasterly. SatPic shows you a couple of things. This is built fairly quickly because when I looked out, probably all did at 7 o'clock this morning, it was quite clear. Clouds built up already. Some slightly more intense bits building down here, and there's some showers building in there. And there's also this sort of big blob of white out here, which shows the rain that we think is going to get here tonight. And you can see that on the rainfall radar. There's the little group of showers that are developing. If I look out the window now, I'd say that isn't very far away, actually, coming towards us. So I think we're going to get wet fairly shortly. And this is the stuff that is going to get here sometime this evening. It's fairly slow moving, and by the looks of it, it's slowing up and then just rotating around to sit over us for part of the night and a bit of tomorrow. So not looking like a brilliant forecast for tomorrow morning. Temperature-wise, well, I'd probably say average for this time of year. It was quite warm and pleasant yesterday, and it will be today in the light winds, 14, 15 degrees. Bit colder when there's obviously a rain shower going through, as they're forecast today. But average for this time of year, dew points are fairly high, so not expecting a great cloud base today. Plugging in some temperatures, if you're really optimistic, 15 degrees, and dew points down at around 5, you get cloud base probably around Lasham about 3,000 feet. Other places are saying 2.5. I'm trying to be optimistic and say 3,000 feet, but quite large cloud amounts to start off with. But as the day goes on, that inversion starts to sort of build up, and I think the cloud amounts are going to be less. Again, 3,000 feet, but only small cloud amounts this afternoon. In here, the air dries out a little bit, and I think as the southerly wind and the sea air comes through, we're going to see less in the way of cumulus in the afternoon, if not completely blue, later in the afternoon. Top Meteo suggesting the same sort of thing. I like their optimism on some of the duff days with suggested distances, but yeah, I think their forecast for the showers and the rain are probably right, maybe a bit further north of us. Showers building up. That sort of about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we look like we're going to be fine. I think as the sea air rolls through or begins to have an effect. No sign of the rain developing just yet down in the south, so I don't think we're going to see that till much later. So flyable day today with showers to start off with, perhaps drying out later. Cloud amounts. Quite a bit of sort of solid cumulus to start off with. And then as you can see in the afternoon, starts to thin out by sort of 3-4 o'clock. I think we'll see the cumulus disappear further north as the sea air gets to us. So should get some local soaring, folks. Cross country for the brave. Further north in and around the showers, because cloud base probably only going to be about 3,000 feet around here, maybe a bit better further north. As I say, the suggested distance, they're always optimistic. Top Meteo with their green lines, green areas. So we should get something, folks. I think everybody's gonna have the shelter because the rain's already here. We dodged the showers a bit for this morning and then better in the afternoon. Okay, operationally, we'll have a look at it when we actually go out there in a minute when it stops raining. I'd hope we can get going on 2-3. Worst case scenario, we have to go on 1-6 because the wind's more south than we thought, but 2-3 hopefully will be our primary option. But we'll see when we get out there. Airspace wise, not a lot locally to us. Southampton still looking at varying operating hours, so it's 11:30 to 6 o'clock in the evening today for them. Other things that are going on, Salisbury danger area, that's been going on for a while. There's no crossing service available from Salisbury Ops because they've got no controllers. And we now have a temporary danger area established at Keevil. This is for the Watchkeeper drone that operates out of Keevil. And I'll just show you the AIC for that. This is what it looks like. Its timings, in theory, should be 10 o'clock in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon, but they seem to have no-timed it from 8 o'clock this morning till 5:30 today. It looks like this. It's surfaced to 3,500 feet above mean sea level. There is a crossing service available from Boscombe Down, and that was part of the requirement to actually allow it to be established. Boscombe Down's frequency is, you can get service also from Keeble on 129.980, but Boscombe Down is 126.4. That would be the main people to call. The idea is they're operating this drone out of Keeble and flying it into the danger areas here, and then bringing it back because it's beyond visual line of sight and it doesn't have electronic conspicuity capability. They have to establish a danger area. Right. Back to the NOTAMs. I think the only other thing is there's continuing aerobatics at Sywell during the day, and this will run for the rest of the month, I think, to the 28th. And that's about it. So once it stops raining, folks, I'm sure we'll get the gliders out and get some flying today, because I think everything's booked and it should be busy. So hopefully see you out there.